Hello, I'm Pastor Johnny, and today's prayer focus is clarity on hearing God's voice and obey. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with stuff. There's families to take care of, there's friendships to keep, kids to parent, jobs to complete, there's homeschool, there's opinions to consider, personal health to be mindful of. The list goes on and on. However, God did not leave us alone to figure out life by ourselves. Let's check out what God's word says. In John 15:4-5, it says, "Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself, unless it abides in the vine. Neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine and you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, it is he that bears much fruit. For apart from me, he can do nothing." Now, I just love this picture that Jesus paints, and he actually kind of gives us clarity of what our role is. He's basically telling us, you are the branch. Your role is to bear fruits of righteousness, is to bear the fruits of the Spirit. And Jesus is saying, my role is to give you the strength, to give you the empowerment, to give you everything you need in order to accomplish that task. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does this have to do with clarity of hearing God's voice and obey? Great question, random person in the back. Let me answer by the story. My son loves the Capitol Nursery. The staff is absolutely amazing, loves them. There's one particular morning where my son was goofing around in the nursery, and I just so happened to be goofing around on the main stage hosting. Now, as I was on the mic, my voice was being projected through the PA system, and it made it to the nursery area. And what's crazy is the moment that my son heard my voice, he stopped what he was doing, looked, and said, "Daddy." Now, I love this story for multiple reasons, but I feel like God was teaching me in this moment that it was out of my time that I spent with my son that he was able to clearly recognize and discern when his father was speaking. And I feel like this is what Jesus is trying to get to with the disciples is, I want you to abide in me. I want to become the source of life for everything in you, so that the moment that you hear his voice, you know that he is speaking. My prayer for you is this, is that you this week, this month, abide in the vine. Take time to be with Christ. Take time to read his word. Take time to sit in silence and allow just worship to pour over your hearts and minds so that you can tune your ear to his voice and that you can walk out in confidence and clarity.